Peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light. This is an impromptu video for the situation and the times that we in. Folks, I'm telling you, I'm catching ships in the daytime, nighttime. Close up, folks. I mean, seriously, I'll zoom out of this shot to show you in perspective. I mean, you can see where it is. And when I zoom in, not a bird, not a plane, not an insect. Strange looking craft, folks. And I'm going to let that focus in. Zoom in some more so you can see the detail and design. You see the black bulbs that's going around it. There we go. Now I'm going to zoom out so we can get a better zoom. Bring it back in. Let it catch up. Peace, love, and light, folks. I mean, this place is surrounded. If you don't know, I'm telling you. I had a subscriber picks and breakdowns coming, but like I had to get this out. There we go. And you see the appendage coming off the bottom because these ships are terraforming this place. They're dropping all types of materials into our atmosphere. I'm going to let that just sink in for a bit. And then I'm going to move on. Okay. Then we have another craft. Same one. You see the energy signature going around it. That it's the halo of blue that encompasses the ship. And these things jet through the sky like missiles, people, or bullets. That's how fast they are. Understand that. Let's get a good zoom in on that and let it focus in. I'll pull up some light. You see the structure, detail, design looks like the Millennium Falcon. Moving on to the next, folks. Same craft, just transformed. Look at the appendages coming off of it. Let's let that catch up. And you see always the energy disturbance around it. Moving on to the next, folks. Caught this entity flying through the sky. Never seen anything like it. Unlike any bug I ever seen, but it's winged. And it's moving fast, folks. I mean, I've just look at the wings, the body. Always some type of strange energy signature going around it. And I'm just going to let that catch up and focus. Just take a look. Then I'm going to bring down the light so you can see. Moving on to the next. In perspective of where that is, folks. The energy and the activity is great right now, people. This is from the video I did and I posted earlier this week. You see the helicopter and then these two objects buzzed past the chopper and this one zipped up that way. It's on my channel. Cloud busting UFO buzz. Now check this out, folks. I want y'all to see This super crazy face that's being projected in the sky. You see the nose, nostrils, the mouth is gaped open. Eye. It's looking up. This is the whole complete entire head. Eyes, nose, mouth open. And it's multiple layered things that's in this one picture right here. I'll take you to the giant entity that's manifesting out of it. Here's his head. Here's his arm coming out. This would be his body. And this is a shield of sorts that it's holding. A warrior. I'm going to zoom in on the face. That's the face of the entity. A whole being on top of a projection of a face. Now I'm going to bring that down so you see the spiritual being right here. Eye. Here's his helmet. This thing is covering his ear. Here's his mouth. And there's something being expelled out of his mouth. I'll hold that in tight. Seeing is believing. You see the entities that are coming up out of its mouth. This guy has a robe on with a white belt going across it. Here's his face and head. I'm going to zoom in on it. He's right here, folks. He's wearing like a purple robe with a white band going across it like a belt. He has dark skin and looks like black hair. I'm going to try to super zoom in on this. This is about the best I could do. And you see he has a green pointed ear. Back to the giant, enormous giant face of the creature. And then on its shoulder right here is a horned entity. I'll zoom in, give you the face and everything. It's right here. Here's his eyes, face, and his horns are going back. His body. He's on the shoulder of the giant being. I'll pull down the light so you can see his face. Here's the eyes, the forehead, the horns, his face. And he's tucked right on the shoulder of that entity. Zooming out for perspective. He's sitting right there. See the head, the eye, the helmet, the entities, the arm, the body, the shield. I'll take you in on the shield, and the shield is a living entity within itself. You see the face? Older looking gentleman, eyes, nose, mouth, beard. I'll zoom in tight. Supernatural stuff, folks. Get ready. Seeing is believing. Show and prove. This is what I'm here for. You clearly can see the face of this entity right here. And here's his body, folks. His wings. And this giant creature right here is holding him like a shield. I'll zoom out. And then take you in on the face of the other entity that's right next to him, right there. See the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the head, the hair. This guy, this guy. Let's hold it in tight. That's why they got the Space Force, 6th branch of the military. Not by accident. That's why they want people inside the house. They know what's coming. Better watch that movie, This Is the End. With all those Hollywood celebrities went into the pit. Now, this is a faraway shot of the same situation in black and white. I'll take you in on a giant warrior. And it's projecting a face. Stay with me, folks. Eyes, nose, mouth. Mouth is open. And I'll go back to this other picture to understand that you can never have a shape like this and call it something natural or a cloud. This stuff is being projected by high-level intelligence. Trust and believe that. It's easy to see, isn't it? See the entire entity, arm holding the shield. I'll go back to the giant being and his face and head. See his eye, his helmet. thing going over his ear. Here's his mouth, and he has entities coming out of his mouth. He has a being sitting on his shoulder, and it changed. The other one had horns poking out. This one is different. You can see it's wearing a garment, clothing, that shows intelligence. Things don't cover themselves up, not unless they're intelligent, folks. You see his head, face, body. Zoom out, bring the light back to normal. Take you in on the shield that it's holding with the entity's face that's right in it. Still consistent, a different picture, and it did not change. And I'll take you in the other entity that's right beside him. That's ever evolving. You see his face. It looks like a fish. Eye, mouth. Eye, mouth. See it for yourself, folks. Life as you know it will change. Massive ships going into the sun portal. Massive mothership right here. I'll take you in on the front of it because they all have animal faces on the front. This is some type of strange looking animal creature that's on the front of the vessel. You see his ears, his eyes, the front of the face, and even the mouth and the nose. Zoom out for perspective. Super zoom. So there could be no doubt. There should be no naysayers right now. If you are, you're an idiot. You're a fool. And what's coming is coming directly for you. Okay? You see the ship is, even though I put contrast on it, it's completely blacked out. Different from the surrounding environment. And the bright spot right here is the portal, folks. And you see the silhouette of all these ships that are intersecting into the portal. See that giant crevice? That's where the sun is, and that's the Stargate. I'll just hold that in for the full picture. Pull down the light so you can see the indentation in the portal. And the ships, the vessels going in, and the entities coming out. You think it's a game at this point in time? This shot is super, super dark. I had to bring it to you like this to show you the silhouettes of the giant ships that look like sea creatures with dorsal fins and side fins going into the light. Massive ships entering the portal and coming out of it. This is another one of the craft that's going in. This is from the previous shot. I'll just bring down the light to show you the silhouette of the giant ships that are going in. Moving on. This is an actual highlighted screenshot of the actual portal. I'm going to pull down the light and see if I can get it to translate. You can see this is what they call the sun. And this is all the structure that's around it, folks. Now I'm going to take you in close to show you this thing has an edge. Okay? And this is the indentation of the portal. It's open, folks. They can't hide it. That's why they want everybody in, so you don't see what's going on. That's why they're fogging out the sky. I'll go to the next shot. Same one. Giant entity, shield, arm, body. Been there, did that. This is a further away shot. Excuse me, different vantage point. And I'll clearly zoom in and show you the portal with all the physical structure going around it. And that's me holding down the light so you can actually see that this is a supernatural or spiritual thing. Let's go back, show you some of the entities' faces that are blended into the darkness. all with horns going backwards, eyes, nose, mouth. Faces of people and beings, hood, whole complete face, half face. I'll tell you one thing. This place needs to be thankful that I'm doing this type of work, because you would never know. And that heart attack is real, people, when you start to see things that you never saw. It's like that Stevie Wonder song, Very Superstitious. When you believe in things. The portal, again. Moving on fast. I don't want to harp on these same objects. This is from a video. I'm going to release it right after I release this video of all the so-called UFO ships that were buzzing while I was filming. You see the deck. This is the deck of a craft, folks. Entities are around it, and they're waiting their turn to go into the portal and come out. You see the detailed structure and design. The holes, the indentations, the geometry. You cannot fake it at this point in time, folks. Only thing you need to do is accept it and understand. More pictures of the small black vessels that were buzzing. Here's to show you that they're not birds. I wouldn't waste my time or yours. Another craft. When I pull the video out and upload it, you'll see it for yourself. Strange formations in the sky. This place is definitely surrounded. They're just waiting. Massive craft, cloaked up. Another smaller craft interacting, connecting. Can't tell me that's natural over clouds that have a formation that's this shape and it looks like it's refueling with another craft or another cloud. The time for cognitive dissonance is over. You could be stupid if you want, or willfully ignorant if you want. And the actual UFO or craft is right here, folks. The disc shape, another one on top, and one on the bottom. All connected. Here's one with highlight and contrast for the people that have a hard time seeing. I'll zoom in to show you that this is the solid object that's blending in with the smoke and camouflage. You can see the blue that's coming off of it. You see the disc shape, the lines, and you see the colors that's going around it. Blue, purple. You see it. I'll zoom out. The disc is right here. Another craft is on top, and it's another one on the bottom where all this stuff is coming out of, and it's camouflaging it, looking like a dark mass of clouds just moving through the sky for the willfully ignorant. But in essence, it's always some type of living creature that's transporting, doing a job. And here's the eye of the creature. Here's his face. I'll zoom in. You can see clearly that's his eye. Front side of his face. Appendages coming off to show you that it's organic and machine, a living vessel. And it's communicating with this vessel that's right under it. It has a connecting piece that's extending out to it. That's intelligence, folks. The same way you see fighter jets mid-air refuel. You can't fake it at this time, folks. You can't tell me, like, you know, this is something other than what it is. Okay? Close up and a crop of the same situation. You still see the disc. You see the blue purple lights coming off of it. Zoom in. With the connection of the smaller vessel at the bottom. The eyeball of the creature, even more defined. The face, the tails, the fins. You even see the variation of color in the actual living entity itself. More of the same craziness. Mega pyramids. Motherships. This place is surrounded, folks. Vectors coming in and out of the sun. Living entity right here. One with highlight to show you that this is intelligent craft. An entity right there. A massive ship with an animal face on the front. We'll zoom in on it right quick to show you it's not a game. Zoom out fast to show you the monster pyramid craft that's sitting on top of this large mothership. I mean, come on. Look at the definition and design. And then we go right above it, another massive vector or V shape coming out of the sun, craft there, and a being right here. You see his head, face, and his shoulder. He's actually squeezing out of the portal. Moving on. Entities I showed earlier in the video coming through the portal or sun disk or Stargate. We have an angel here with the body of a fish. It has 3 fins on his back tail. Here's his dorsal fin, his head, and its arms. This is an angel, folks. Then we have a entity here with a smaller one on his back. And I'll zoom in because seeing is believing. You can literally see the eyeballs on this creature right here. And the face of this creature is on all 4s. And you see the angel with the 1, 2, 3 fins in the back, the dorsal fin in the body. Let's pull down some light to get it to translate a little better. And I have better shots because these are washed in light. It was the only bright thing in the sky that day. Moving on. Here's the one with the highlight for the visually impaired and spiritually blind. So you can see the faces of the entities that we're not playing games over here on this channel, folks. You see the eyes, the head, body of a creature on all 4s, his tail, a human looking face. And then we have an angelic being right here. Here's his head, his clothing. It has a fin on its back and it has 3 fins on its tail. The only thing I can resemble this to is like almost like a mermaid. You see the detail and the structure of the entity and being. I mean, how it doesn't get any clearer than this, folks. I don't think anyone on Earth even knew that entities existed in this fashion above your head. We'll move on. I'll show you the entity that's sitting above them. You see him right here. Here's his ear, his eyes, his gigantic face, and its head. This is right above what people call the sun. Okay? Eyes, nose, mouth, beard, gigantic thing on top of his head. I don't know what it is. And he has pointed ears. And his other pointed ear is right there. Moving fast, folks. Got to get to my workout, get to my fitness. That's very important at this time. You got to stay hydrated. Vitamin C, vitamin D. They want you in for a reason. Now, here's another situation. I showed you the mermaid-looking creature or angelic being, and then these entities right here actually change because they're going in and out of the portal. I showed you in the last shot. Now, these are different entities. This is still an animal creature, but you can see his face, you can see his ears. You see this bird-like creature right here with his eye and his beak and appendage coming off the top of his head. I'm moving fast, people. I'm limited on time, but I'm trying to bring you that pure fire for what you need because something big is coming. And I'll take you into all 3 entities right here and drop down the light. Trust in yourself. Believe in the creator, folks. Okay? Not men. They are known liars. Another shot. Doesn't get any clearer. I'll zoom in and pull down the light. You even see more detail on this one. I'll zoom in on the two beings right here, because with the contrast, the bird beak and the eye and the appendage on the head shines through clearly. And this cat-like animal face shines through clearly. Eyes, mouth, pointed ears, head. And of course, the angelic being with the 3 tail fins, the body and the face. I'll try to zoom in on the face of the angelic being, because seeing is believing, not a bunch of talk. It's a lot of silver-tongued people down here in hell, and they'll talk you out of anything. That's why the only type of talking I really do is about relevant things. Okay? Moving on to the next shot. Told you this place is surrounded. Massive ships, vectors. Nature can't produce this, folks. Sorry, that's a ship. You see the spots and the lines going in it? Moving on. And we're going to finish out. Peace, love, and light. This place is surrounded. Be ready for what's coming. They want you in the house for a reason. They don't want you to see what's about to happen, folks. They don't want you to see how the sky is going to open up and entities and beings are coming out of these portals. Okay? And finish out with a very nice screenshot. One love, stay safe, be strong. Vitamin C, D, all herbs, minerals, fruits, water. Makes your blood. So if you're not hydrated, you're losing. Understand that. Peace, love, and light.